So I apologize for not posting recently. I've been kind of going through a lot of life things, IRL things, if you will, and I've just been trying some new games that are kind of just outside of my norm, and trying some games that I've just finally got the chance to try. But unfortunately, some of those games are not my speed. And I guess what I mean by that is I'm not good at them, and and um that was kind of the topic of today's video, is just games that we have to admire from afar. Now, I assume, perhaps incorrectly, that Dark Souls is very much one of those games. The Dark Souls franchise is a series that people have to admire from afar. It has become super popular recently, obviously, so I can't say what the ratio is, but I feel like that is a game that people do have to admire from afar just because not everyone has the time investment or the necessary skills to be able to play that game well. And I think that's also why it has become so popular on streams, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, whatever. It's just something that people like to watch because they don't have the time investment to be able to get a good handle on that game. And for me, it is really just kind of a time investment because for me personally, I was one of those people when it came to the Dark Souls franchise. I had to admire it from afar. I would watch it on streams, and I watched this YouTuber play it for a while, and it was just something that I had to admire from afar. But I got to the point where I was able to invest the time necessary to be able to get a handle on it. And I was able to learn. That is kind of a whole nother story if you guys would be interested in hearing that. But right now in my current not current life, but with the current stuff that I have going on and just the amount of time that I have to play video games, these games are kind of just some that, while they are fun and I really wish I had the time to invest to be able to get the skills to be able to effectively play these games, I just don't have that kind of time. Before we kind of proceed, I'm very curious. Hit me up in the comments below what games are like that for you, because I'm sure everyone has that one game that they admire from afar, even if it's just too big of a time investment, I would say, because I would argue that there's another game that I do have to admire from afar from now, and that is Baldur's Gate 3. It looks like a hell of a time, and I really want to play it, but I just don't have the time right now. Anyway, after getting back from that tangent, there are two games that I have in mind, and they're similar in a specific way, but it's really just kind of a timing based game. You know, where you have to have like really good timing on like button input and like reaction time and like timing to hit that button at the right time and be able to counter that kind of thing. That's kind of the general theme of the games that I just don't have the time to work on. The two games I've tried recently are Sifu and what was that? What was that other one? Ghostrunner. Yes, Ghostrunner. Both of those brilliant games. I really want to like them. First, with Ghostrunner is technically the first one that I did try. And it's just I don't have the timing down on it. It kind of seems it's almost kind of like a rhythm game. I may be way off of that, but that's what it feels like to me. It feels like a rhythm game that you have to have timing, you have to have precision, and you have to hit the right button at the right time. And I just don't have any of those skills, to be perfectly honest. It's just something that I don't have down right now. My reaction time is slow. My reaction from hey, I want to push that button to actually pushing that button also doesn't work. It either hits the wrong button or again, it's just way too slow for what I need. And one thing that frustrates me from this lack of skill is that I am playing like the same section of the game over and over and over and over and over again. And that frustrates me because I keep seeing the same bit of game over and over and over. When it does work, it is very cool and it feels good. I guess is the best way to it's the easiest way to put it. And it feels good when it works. It feels really bad for me personally when it doesn't work. And I was just getting to that point where I was playing the same stretch over and over and over again because like you would kill the first guy, then I would kill the second guy, then kill the third guy, but then the fourth guy gets me. Okay, so then restart right before the kill of the first guy, kill the first guy, second guy gets me. Okay, and then it would just keep repeating in that fashion. I would consistently get like the first three and then die on the fourth. And then it would take another run to like, then I would die in the third one. But then it's just kind of that same rotating cycle of like, I've played this before and I've killed this guy like 20 times now, but I can't get past the fourth guy to be able to actually, progress in the game. And yeah, it was just I really want to like that game, but it was just something that I could not do at that time. If I ever had the time investment, I would definitely go back and play it. I think it would be a lot of fun. The story is pretty interesting. I was very curious to see where it would go, but just can't do it. And Sifu, the other game that I have recently tried, is kind of in the same vein. Um, but not so much rhythm based. It is more just the reaction time and doing what I want to do. Just awful. And and I am a button masher when it comes to like these fighting games. Also, Mortal Kombat. That's a game I have to admire from afar. Any of the like fighting games, not just Mortal Kombat, but it's the same thing. I'm a button masher. I'm gonna keep hitting the button, and if it and once the enemy counters that, I'm out. Like I don't have the reaction time to be able to actually counter what they do. I can only attack, and then my defense is terrible. I die. I get frustrated, and again, it's just this endless cycle of either just replaying that same section or just getting to the boss for those or just for those who have played Sifu, getting to the boss, and I'm just like the old guy with one more death left in me before it's just game over, right? So those were some games that I was just kind of toying with, messing with, and again, I love them and they seem very fun, very interesting, but it's just I cannot do it. I do not have the time to invest. I just don't have the time investment to be able to make it through those games. And so now I would actually love to hear from anyone who watches this video. I'm sure everyone has that one game that they have to admire from afar, and I'd love to know what it is. And if it is Dark Souls, I would love to know, I guess, what your hang up is. And even, well, and actually just for any game. For any game, I would love to know what it is and what the actual hang up is. Hit me up down in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button, and also if you like what you see and want to see more of it, hitting the subscribe button and ringing that little bell will definitely be a big help to me, and I would love for you to join my little channel and my little community. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.